Dear Daily Record and Daily Mirror, it recently came to my attention that an article was published in your tabloid about an alt-right YouTuber going by the pseudonym Millennial Woes. I am a left-wing YouTuber. I also choose anonymity for doing my videos, and I also made one very important decision, which is to never, ever, under any circumstances, ban people from whatever platform I have merely because I disagree with them. I live in a country which has some of the most punitive hate speech laws in Europe, and I stand in complete and utter opposition to them. These laws, set up during the 1950s and 1960s in Germany for the purpose of cracking down on a possible resurgence of Nazism, have in my opinion had some severely damaging effects upon our society. They have driven extreme right-wing ideas into the underground to fester outside of public view, and where their ideas cannot be confronted by those who cherish democracy and the values of an open society. And has created a toxic and repugnant witch-hunting mentality, where people use the phrase "you are a Nazi" to shut down conversations and to criminalize and shame into silence all those who may have somewhat right-leaning views. I find it shameful that we here in this country, after being liberated from fascism through the greatest sacrifice ever made by mankind in the name of liberty, we here see it fit to undermine that very liberty that was gifted to us through the sacrifice of others in fear of our past. As such, I have always stood by the principles of free speech and will continue to stand by them and advocate for them. And that also includes people like Millennial Woes, with whom I had conversations and disagreements in the past. It is fair to say that we both pretty much disagree upon everything one can possibly disagree upon. I am a left-wing social democrat, he is an authoritarian white nationalist. I have also encountered several people who are some of his followers, which include Holocaust deniers and others, with whom I would pretty much disagree, and whose views I occasionally even find pretty disgusting. But I would die fighting for his right to express his views without having harm inflicted upon his person for expressing his views. No matter how hateful his ideas may be to some, how vile they may be to some, it is the ideas that are to be confronted and not the person. And believe me, as someone whose great-grandfather was murdered in a concentration camp for opposing the Nazis, there are few things I find as vile as Holocaust denial and fascism. However, the path you took within your article is just as fascist. It is to call for your readers to find this man, to find his address, to find where he lives, and to have people inflict harm upon him. You are calling for what is commonly known as doxing. Even worse, you are advocating for a witch hunt, using your platform to call for a person to be hunted and harmed because you do not like his views. The right path, the only path, I may say, that one should take in a free society is to confront the views of those one opposes, and not the person. Reading this as someone of the political left, I wonder what people would think if a right-wing publication would publish my pictures and then call for me to be hunted down and for harm to be inflicted upon me in person. You people are scum. You should apologize.